Hello, thank you for joining us on CoreTV News Hour. I am Frank Omalape, and here are some of the stories we're filing at this time. A federal high court in Abuja has earlier set 2:30 p.m. time to rule on the bail application filed by former Adamawa State Governor Murtala Nyako and his son, Senator Abdulaziz Nyako. EFCC arranged the dole on a 37-count charge bordering on laundering public funds in excess of 40 billion naira. In the application, Nyako's lawyer, Kano Agabi, urged the court to grant the accused bail on liberal terms. But prosecution counsel Rotimi Jacobs opposed the application on the grounds that the accused persons will jump bail. And away from there now, the Legal Practitioners Privileges Committee of the Supreme Court on Friday has conferred the rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria San on 21 out of the 124 applicants. And San was awarded as a mark of excellence to 8 practicing lawyers and 3 academics, including Muiz Banire, the National Legal Advisor for the All Progressive Congress, APC. And our President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday held a meeting with more permanent secretaries in continuation of his interaction with the administrative heads of ministries. This series of meetings are targeted at comparing handover notes from the Jonathan administration with the realities on ground. Some of the permanent secretaries gave an insight into the meeting with the president in an interview with State House correspondents.
Generation of income at lower level, the policy they call inclusiveness, or they regard as being inclusive. The idea is to now, as we've been doing in the ministry, address what we call the skill gap of this country by having a skill assessment survey, because Nigeria is not short of employment for its use. It's just that the skills that we have are not fitting.
Yes, we have given the president an insight into how we conduct ourselves concerning the mainstreaming of rule of law in the country. As you know, rule of law is one of the cardinal policies of this administration. And we have given him a rundown on what we have been doing from 2011 until now.
Yeah, obviously the president is so committed to developing this country and is passionate about road because road is very central to the economic development of this country. And he confirmed that he'll look into that because if you know, for example, the multilateral support normally will have some moratorium period and then reasonable period for repayment, and the interest charge is almost 1%.
The West African Civil Society Forum has called on African leaders to block financial leakages in the continent in order to achieve Millennium Development Goals. They also expressed worries over the increase in corruption in Africa, which has led to the deficit in meeting the MDGs. The rights groups want African government to mobilize significant resources and ensure the effective use of finances.
New development framework is about our future, and we need the political will of these leaders to ensure that our future is well financed. And also reminding them that we are going to be holding them accountable of every commitment that they are going to make with regards to the summit that is going to be held in Addis.
If African countries can block the leakages of the corruption that is going on in their countries, it is possible to finance development. Just take, for instance, in Nigeria alone, just in 1 year, over 1.7 trillion was given as a waiver, and these waivers were not necessarily needed. So if you can actually, utilize, taxation, and you use the tax for the development, you would have discovered that, many countries in Africa would have actually, do quite a lot without depending with aid.
And our Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu has expressed concerns over the recent spike in Boko Haram attacks in some parts of northern Nigeria. He says if nothing serious is done, the insurgents might be emboldened to stage an attack in Abuja or make an incursion into southern Nigeria. Senator Ekweremadu made his concerns public at his interaction with National Assembly correspondent.
Now, not only in Boronu, they have carried out their activities also in Plateau. They have gone to Adamawa. Lately, they were in Kaduna. And I'm worried that if nothing is done, the next target will be Abuja, and maybe they'll start going south. So it is important for us, as those in government, whether executive or legislature, to come together to find a solution to this problem. So I'd like to use the opportunity to call on our friends, our neighbors, the international community, to support Nigeria to ensure that we roll back the activities of Boko Haram.
And now Nigeria Union of Teachers is concerned about the rate its members are affected by Boko Haram insurgency. It says 37 teachers died in recent bomb attack in Zaria to bring the total number of deaths in the hands of insurgents to 272. The union added that over 19,000 of its members have also been displaced. It is against this backdrop that teachers want President Muhammadu Buhari to go to the great lengths in curbing insurgents. Helen Chooks has more from NEUT's Founders Day celebration in this report from our studios.
Teachers chanting the union slogan just before the event. But the fanfare ends almost immediately as the union declared that it was a low-key anniversary given the serious challenges confronting the nation. Aside from unpaid salaries, the teachers are concerned about national security. NUT President Michael Olukoya says more than 50 teachers were killed in the recent Zaria bomb attack.
Almost on a daily basis, which is indicative of the grim reality that the callous attacks and spree of bloodletting by the insurgents is still daunting. As teachers who are saddled with the responsibility of giving care and molding the character of children to become useful persons in the society, we feel pained and demoralized to note that the barbaric art of terror has sculptured and destroyed talents, potentials, and life of our Shiva girls and thousands of other children in the northeast of Nigeria. It remains an unforgettable experience that over 19,000 teachers were displaced, while no fewer than 272 teachers lost their lives to the atrocious activities of Boko Haram only in Borno State.
For a group that has over time borne the brunt of months of unpaid salaries, it is impressed with the direction of the present administration, especially in the bailout intervention. The union, however, is not comfortable with teachers' salaries in the hands of the local government councils.
However, as a union, we wish to use this opportunity to draw the attention of the President of President Buhari to our age-long fears and concerns about the capability of local government council and the political will of their leaders to pay salaries of primary school teachers in the country, given the history of total failure of the council to carry out this responsibility in the past.
But in spite of this and other challenges, union members rate the Nigerian teacher high.
With obstacles, we are breaking through. Nothing to regret so far, because that's what we signed to do.
When you look at in terms of welfare of teachers, not all over the country, most of the states in the country, we have recorded a lot of achievement in the area of our own field and also in the area of development and welfare packages for our members.
The teachers say the union has a lot to celebrate as it marks its 84th anniversary, but they are prepared for a showdown with states which fail to meet their obligations.
Aftermath Tuesday twin bombings in Jos City, some irate youth went on rampage burning churches within that vicinity where bombs went off. This was made known to journalists by the police commissioner Nasir Oki, although no life was lost in the church attacks. He referred to the incident as senseless because the bombers were certainly not from those churches. The Ari youth were said to have embarked on wanton destruction of properties and looting.
I am not aware of people killed because of the pressure attack, but I knew 2 churches were bombed by irate mobs, which actually is total nonsense because there was no need for it to start burning churches. After we have lost people, lost property, then we still go to other churches to go and start burning it.
When the governor of the state, Simon Lalong, visited the burnt churches, members took time to lament the persecution that they had to face from their neighbors of the other religion. The governor admonished the people to be law-abiding and give thanks to God that no life was lost in the church attack.
This is what has happened to us. This church has been here over 80 years. Look at what they have done. That one before, this one now. The other one, look at it. You don't want us to worship again? Hi. We thank God that no death. No death.
Came out alive. This one can always be gone. But all our prayer is that he came out alive. If he didn't come out alive, we will not go this room. So we thank God. It's an unfortunate thing. Nobody knew why it came like this.
Yes, yes.
We thought that the whole thing was covered.
Sure, yes,
and all of us.
This morning we are thanking God.
So keep on thanking God that it ended this way.
You're watching CoreTV News Hour. We'll take a break now. We're back shortly with more stories. Join us again.
As news breaks, people don't let events pass without giving their comment or reactions.
When the problem arises in society, these are the people that should be consulted.
To cleanse the corruption in society, we are not to provide information for good life and also security of life and property in this country.
The academic society have the loudest voice on this platform.
Whether you call it a sovereign national conference or a national conference, it is about the people of Nigeria.
There should be a change in power.
In any way they can do it.
I think there's a script already.
Every Tuesday at 8:45 p.m. on this station. From the Ivory Tower, a must-watch for the learning minds.
All our top stories can be found on our social media platforms, like the Facebook page is facebook.com/CoreTV News. You can also follow at CoreTV News NG. For live streaming, log on to youtube.com/CoreTV, leave a space, the news. And our oil spillage in Ohaji Egbema, one of the oil-producing communities in Imo State, southeast Nigeria, has subjected its locals to hardship as most of the valuables were destroyed. Residents of the area said they can't wait to see the government come to the aid with necessary relief materials. Our correspondent, Ajibade Officer, has more.
The visit to the area by the Deputy Governor of Imo State, Eze Madumere, shows a deplorable condition. The people, who are mostly farmers and fishermen, said they have nothing left as the only water they rely on has been greatly devastated.
Information that we received, we find the situation, the facts on the ground. And I have seen, seeing is believing. Not only the water that is at this basin, I went to a couple of sites. And I went coming here. I saw that the river is polluted. I saw evidence of crude oil floating all over the place. That is an evidence. We should remain calm and channel all your issues through the government, and we must get it right.
Eze Madumere assures the entire community of rapid response by the government to ensure they are comforted. Prince Okafo, the Managing Director, Imo State Oil Producing Area Development Commission, said the ultimate need of the people at this moment is potable water, and the commission is working round the clock to ensure the people get that.
And we still need to do more. We still need to provide more potable water for people, because we can't achieve all this in this short while. But I also want to say that 4 days ago, that some of the what we call the monopump in some communities around this place that were damaged, the monopump were damaged. So we have sent in our local engineer to go there and fix some of them. I think by now some of them will be working by now. I mean, functional one, but I can't tell you we have not sunk any new borehole within these 10 days.
Some of the residents said the spillage was as a result of an explosion of one of the pipelines somewhere around River State. They suspect the activities of vandals around the axis.
Now that pollution, that is the fire, we are born for Ibocha side. Now it comes spoil our water here. Now it come damage everything, even fish, they die. Even the people who get fish pond here, no one they kill again, the fish they die. So that is why we invite you people to come and see it. No anything we take here. No drinking water. No drinking water. My fish, everything.
All right. Since that 4 or 5 days now, there's no single fish out of 110,000 worth of fishes. All have died. Please, we need assistance and to help us.
The water bodies surrounding the community is the major source of livelihood to most of them. And these, they said, have been taken over by crude oil spillage, killing all the fishes and rendering the water useless to both plants and animal, calling for a quick fix solution from the government. Ajibade Awofeso, CoreTV News, Owerri.
Chairman Board of Niger Delta Development Commission, Basi Ewan Henshaw, has appealed to Governor Adams Oshiomhole to intervene on behalf of the commission so that the funds due to the board can be released. While appealing to the governor, he says the commission has not been funded. According to law, since 2001, and over 800 billion are due to the board unremitted.
The board chairman, accompanied by other members on the visit to Edo State Governor, maintained that the board can create business opportunities and employment opportunities for the people, according to the vision of the commission, which is to integrate and develop the Niger Delta sub-region through strategic intervention and key infrastructure development in road, rail, and education. This, he says, would change the negative perception others have of the Niger Delta people.
We are not unaware of the negative perceptions of the NDDC in the minds of the public, but as a board, we have come determined to change that. Thus, we have awarded hundreds of overseas scholarships in the sciences, built hundreds of kilometers of roads, completed several university hostels, all of which were started over 10 years ago, but also, importantly, because you are uniquely positioned now to be a strong bridge between the South-South, the Niger Delta, and the federal government.
Governor Adams Oshiomhole, welcoming the guests, assured that the Niger Delta will benefit immensely from the government of President Muhammadu Buhari. He advised the state commissioners on the NDDC board to ensure that the views they canvass reflect the expectations of the people of their states.
The fact of living in an oil-rich region has meant that our people have had to cope with crisis of pollution of the waterways, affecting fishermen, affecting farmers, pollution of the land, of the air, that has huge implications for even future generation. And it is a lot of the board as an intervention agency to try to dig through all of these challenges and fashion out specific areas of intervention that will impart on the quality of life of the people. All that is expected is that the Federal Ministry of Finance, or to be more specific, the federal government, ought to ensure that the laws that they have passed and signed that are in operation, that those laws are enforced to be lettered so that they in turn can compel the board to ensure that those funds are judiciously applied.
The governor further said one of the major weaknesses observed in the running of the commission is that it has been over-politicized.
And now traffic to and from Abeokuta through E4 in E4 local government area of Ogun State was on Thursday morning brought to a standstill as tipper lorries blocked both sides of the road to protest the alleged killing of a woman by mobile police doing stop and search on the busy stretch of the road. CoreTV News' Mayako Apoterabo was on the road filing this report from our studios.
Traffic, according to eyewitnesses, came to an halt after the policemen rammed the patrol vehicle into a commercial vehicle while trying to apprehend the vehicle, killing the woman who was a passenger in the bus. A tipper, according to eyewitnesses' account, was also involved in the accident as it allegedly tried to avoid running into both the police patrol vehicle and the commercial bus. Tipper drivers later blocked the expressway as a sort of protest against the alleged recklessness of the police.
Hey, the camera! Why are you videoing us now? Who is videoing you? Look at your camera. I was videoing the event now. You drive your vehicle like this. I don't drive them.
For this eyewitness in Ayede, the sleepy settlement where the accident occurred, the police are solely to blame.
I want to tell me them they said that police and was commercial bus there. So they'll kill somebody there. I don't know. I'm not to something anything. When the police come, decided to be shooting gun up and down, but I don't know what's happening. Look at them now. The way they do everything.
For order to be restored, mobile policemen who came to clear the traffic were also alleged to have fired not only canisters of tear gas, but live rounds to disperse the tipper drivers who had blocked both sides of the expressway. Some residents of the area who declined to go on record say the police also killed 2 other people in the same manner a few days earlier. They say this is becoming a regular thing, calling on appropriate authorities to address the issue. CoreTV News crew was also harassed by the mobile policemen drafted to the scene.
Well, and that's a wrap on CoreTV News at this hour. Many thanks for watching. I am Frank Omalape. I'll see you again.